Hey guys, how you doing? May the 4th be with you. And I'm just sitting here in my office and thinking about this being a day to remember Star Wars. If you know me, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and so I thought I'd just come in and maybe give you a book recommendation. All right, how many remember Revenge of the Sith, the movie, Episode 3? Well, this is an excellent novelization of the movie by Matthew Stover. I think you'd enjoy it. There's a couple little things different in here than there are in the movie. Nothing major, but small little details that you might like. But what's great is the sequel to The Revenge of the Sith. It was a novel written by James Luceno, or Luceno, I'm not sure how to say that last name, but it's just called Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader. This is an excellent novel for Star Wars fans. I think you really enjoy this. And my favorite chapter in this is chapter 10, because it talks about Vader's suit. And we didn't hear a lot about Vader's suit and a lot of other things. Of course, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin turns into Darth Vader. He gets that suit. He gets that famous sound, that breathing, and he becomes more machine than man, like Obi-Wan said. In any case, chapter 10 talks about how difficult Vader's suit is. And it talks about how difficult it is for him to move in his suit, hearing, seeing, and then it gets to breathing. And I kind of wanted to read you just a portion of this because I find it really cool. And I'm just going to begin reading. It says, allowing his lungs to fill the air, he thought, this is not breathing. Here the medical droids had truly failed him. From a control box he wore strapped to his chest, a thick cable entered his torso, linked to a breathing apparatus and heartbeat regulator. The ventilator was implanted in his hideously scarred chest, along with tubes that ran directly into his damaged lungs, and others that entered his throat, so that, should the chest plate or belt control panels develop a glitch, he could breathe unassisted for a limited time. But the monitoring panel beeped frequently and for no reason, and the constellation of lights served only as steady reminders of his vulnerability. The incessant rasp of his breathing interfered with his ability to rest, let alone sleep. And sleep, in the rare moments it came to him, was a nightmarish jumble of twisted, recurrent memories that unfolded to excruciating sounds. The med droids had at least inserted the redundant breathing tubes low enough so that, with the aid of an enunciator, his scorched vocal cords could still form sounds and words. But absent the enunciator, which imparted a synthetic bass tone, his own voice was little more than a whisper. He could take food through his mouth as well, but only when he was inside a hyperbaric chamber, since he had to remove the triangular respiratory vent that was the mask's prominent feature. So it was easier to receive nourishment through liquids, intravenous and otherwise, and to rely on catheters, collection pouches, and recyclers to deal with liquid and solid waste. But all those devices made it even more difficult for him to move with ease, much less with any grace. The pectoral armor that protected the artificial lung weighed him down, as did the electrode-studded collar that supported the outsized helmet necessary to safeguard the cybernetic devices that placed the uppermost of his vertebrae, the delicate systems of the mask, and the ragged scars in his hairless head, which owed as much to what he had endured on Mustafar as to attempts at emergency trephination during the trip back to Coruscant aboard Sidious's shuttle. I'm going to end right there. But anyway, man, isn't that cool? So you get to see a lot more. I recommend it highly. Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader by James Luceno. Well, may the 4th be with you, friends, and have an awesome day.